Welcome back to another episode of Action Figure News and Reviews. And what we have up next is our boy Ka Zar from the Savage Land. Now let's get this stuff out the package and see what we're working with. All right, and now through this movie magic that we're all set up here, Ka Zar actually comes with a lot more than most of the figures in this wave, which is not a bad thing. But we'll start off first with the looks like one of the front legs of his best friend Zabu for the Zabu Build-A-Figure. And this looks very nice and textured. Can't wait to build this. Looks like Ka Zar actually comes with a trigger finger hand and a gripping hand. He also comes with these two fisted hands, which hinge in and out. He also comes with another gripping hand and another trigger finger hand. No, actually, C cup hands to hold his weapons. It's just the trigger fingers, which does work, but the secrets would have made more sense. And now for our boy Ka Zar. He also comes with this spear that we see here, which is very nice. And he also comes with this knife, which is pretty nice. It has this little gold tip. It actually has some texture in the handle. I don't know how well that will come across on screen, but it is pretty nice. It's that Crocodile Dundee. That's not a knife. Now that's a knife. But it does store right back here in the back of his loincloth, which is pretty nice. So when we get back to Ka Zar, and we'll take off his spear for a minute, and we'll take a look at this. His spear, it does look like it's made of some carved stone. The rope wrap at the end works very nice for this type of figure. Now, Ka Zar, real name Eric Plunder. If you don't know, his family was lost in the Savage Land when he was younger. He was a baby. He was almost unalived until he was saved by Zabu, which then in turn raised him. And because of certain myths and things that were in the Savage Land, it increased Ka Zar's strength to almost superhuman level. So this dude is very, very strong, jacked up, you could say. So that works very nicely. Now let's take a look at this. Now again, with most figures, what sells the figures are the head sculpts. And this head sculpt is Ka Zar. If you look at Ka Zar and you like, in your mind's eye, if they showed you this, you'd be like, yeah, this dude is Ka Zar. And if you look, they did put in a brown wash into the hair to bring out some of the texture, but it is fully textured all the way around. You can see how they did the musculature on this body, which is really nice. They gave him the butterfly joints, which is even better. So with this dude here, he can pop a T-pose quite easily, which is great. He has the double jointed pinless arms, which goes out that far, come back that far. Also really good. The butterfly joints goes in and out. This is a good little length. Looks like they have been working on how much these things can move, which is a good thing. So he can crunch forward quite a bit. Does leave a gap in the back, but hey, you get what you get. And then he can crunch back quite a bit. So they did work on that. And then he can have a waist swivel, which is hidden by the belt. He has this thigh swivel. He also has these double jointed knees, which are really tough, but he can almost kick his own butt. So they go down. He also has boot swivel. It can hinge forward that far. It can hinge up that much. So this is a good looking figure. It's really basic because he's pretty much naked. So, how much can they really do to him to make him stand out? But I think they did a good choice of giving him the boots instead of the bare feet, which makes this looks a little bit more better, gives him more going on the figure. And if you look at the boots, the way they have them sculpted or made, it gives you really this leather look and feel to them, which is really nice. And then they got this fur print here, which matches the loincloth. You can see it almost looks like there's a rope going around to hold it up. And they did a they did a good job showing off the muscles on this guy. Now, again, if I'll bring up the same thing that everybody else brings up, uh, with the Vulcan arms, you do see that line that comes across, which we do hope they do something with this, do something about that in the future, especially with characters who have bare arms or it just doesn't fit because they don't wear gloves. We need to be able to hide this or at least give them a different lower forearm so it doesn't come up. But there are ways around it. You can add little, like, I don't know, cuffs or things around these arms that would be more jungly to go with Ka Zar. I know a lot of people saying we shouldn't have to do that, but there's nothing wrong with customizing your figures to make them look better or how you want them to look. So to me, he's good. Outside that one little minor nitpick, I think the rest of the figure looks very nice and will work well. And if you have any of those dinosaurs from the Jurassic Park era too, those would look great with Kazar going against those with Zabu. So let's now break down and do some comparisons to see how he looks with some other guys. All right, and as we can see with some good size comparisons with some of the good X-Men that he normally works with when they come to the Savage Land, he really fits in quite well. Bishop is a bigger figure, so he is smaller than Bishop as he should be. Um, Everybody's going to be smaller than Colossus, but he does look like he's right around the same height as Cyclops, which is good. Storm is a little bit smaller as a female figure as she should be, but they all look nice and they all look really good together. Hopefully, I believe the Marvel group did say Ashana the She Devil should be coming soon at some point. So I can't wait to add her to the mix. Also, when they bring Shauna, I'll finally be able to do a group team of the seven little superheroes. If you remember that from the Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends show, I really want to build that team of the seven little superheroes, including Miss Lion. So I really, 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 really need them to give me a Shauna the She Devil ASAP. So, in conclusion, at the end of the day, this is a very good figure. As I've been saying about all the figures I have been reviewing these past several figures, Marvel has definitely stepped their game up. I don't think there's much that we really can complain about with these figures. They are giving us what they need to give, and I am very happy with the progress that I see Hasbro moving towards with their figures and the quality thereof. I haven't seen very many paint blemishes or issues. I don't see any real defects that are coming out. So, bravo, Hasbro team. Keep it up. Give us more great figures like these in the future, and we will keep buying them. So, as we come to the end of another review, remember, do us a favor, like, share, and subscribe. And as always with our figures, remember to stay thirsty. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.